Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is JayLeesCorner, and we is live, y'all. This ain't no premiere. This ain't no pre-record. Okay, this is live and in charge of the girls of the corner. Okay, what a guy to have girl and guy. Yours. But my point is, we live. Okay, how y'all doing? Happy Monday. Happy Monday to everyone. Okay, if you have not done so already, I hope y'all have already subscribed to my channel to become a whole JayBird, and. Okay, y'all have already followed me on social media at JayLeesCorner on IG, Twitter, and TikTok. Okay, I know y'all in here. I know y'all have already liked the video, because why not? Why you here if you don't like the video? What you here for? Okay, don't waste my time by not liking me and liking my content. Okay, don't be a hater and whatnot. Okay, now y'all know to also comment in the comment section, because what? It's a conversation, y'all. It's a conversation between everybody here. Me, y'all, them, they, and whoever else is in between. You know what I'm saying? Also, you know what I'm saying? Hit the little share button. Let's share it. Okay. Share it with those who I don't know, but you do. Okay, because we is here for you. Just a little gossip, you know what I'm saying? Little foolishness, little Monday foolishness. Look, I have not been on that one. I'm here. Hi. Hey y'all. Hey y'all. Bum, 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 bum. How y'all doing? I ain't been on live in a whole week. I know y'all miss me and I miss y'all. So let's have a good time around here. Because, you know, it ain't much going on, but we can always make up stuff to discuss. Because people be popping up saying stuff, and then we have to talk about it, okay? But again, I hope everybody having a good Monday. Look, honey, last week, for some reason, I was like, I need a break. Okay, I had girl take a mental health break, and we all need those. And because I was putting out content, plus my regular job or whatever, I said, girl, woosah. Okay, so I have not been on live since last week Tuesday. I put out a couple of premieres here and there, or whatever, but I am back, okay, to talk to y'all and whatnot, because we know it ain't that many shows that I review. Okay, it's just Love in Marysville and Love at the Lockup. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Until Housewives of Atlanta start and whatever comes back. But I'm like, I have to be sure to still keep content for y'all, because we talk about everything, okay? And I have not talked about stuff that happened last week. So we're gonna talk about that today, but we're gonna really get into the new interview, okay, of Latocha. Okay, Tami and fucking Dineva comment on it as well. Okay, Bishop Robbery round here, you know what I'm saying, getting put out or whatever. We're gonna get to that. And no, girl, that was Lord Jesus, okay. But that's what we're here. Okay, that's why we are here. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, but how is everyone doing? Hello, 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 hello. Well, like, girl, Latasha is always, girl, you scroll all the way up. Good evening. I don't start from the top. But good evening, okay? Hey to the people, good evening. Hello, 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 hello to everyone around here. Again, I hope y'all like the video, not like the video. What did Latasha do? She's always doing something. And usually she lying or she's misleading with her responses to questions that are directly asked of her. She never quite responds truthfully. Or what we could, I mean, it may be her truth. It ain't God's truth, but it's her truth, okay? But we will watch that as well, okay? Hey, Cleopatra Jones, watching on your day off. I can't wait for my off day. I'm gonna be off on weekends or whatever. And then the weather was really nice here in Detroit. We was in the 70s, the upper 70s and 80s last week, okay? Today, right now, it's like 35 degrees. We went from summer back to winter, okay? So a little cold, okay? But yeah, even because the weather was really nice, I had to like chill out. So you know what I'm saying? But hey, how y'all doing? Latasha to stop. I hope she will someday. I doubt that she will because she likes the attention as much as she wants to act like she don't want to be attentive to the attention. She's attentive to herself and Rocky. That made no sense. My point is she likes the attention. You know, she likes it. Look, it's a song that never ends. It goes on. It's a song that never ends. And it goes on, my friend. On and on. Because I thought it was done. I really thought we was done. But I'm like, if she wants to continue on and she wants to be the female version of Bishop Robbery, and every time she come around here talking and we got to call her out, then hey, that's what we look. It's enough heavy stuff going on in the world. So I appreciate the bullshit that I can come to y'all and we can laugh about because y'all know, look, everybody dealing with stuff that's all in the news. Condolences to people, it's all that. I'm here like I need to, make sure that this is a safe haven for non-realistic, saddening experiences that is all over social media. So if Latasha can come around here and Bishop Robbery too and give us something to take our mind off of the heaviness, I'm here for it. Yeah, look, I rarely ever get into any of the heaviness. So we're gonna read Tasha and laugh at Tasha and laugh at Bishop Robbery because hey, we need it. You know what I'm saying? I see Pinky and the Brain up there, Bishop Robbery and Tasha. Yeah, it took me a minute to get my thumbnail because I kept trying to figure out how to position them. I didn't want to add too many people. I didn't want it to look stupid. So, I was like, let's get the folks around here and let it make some sense or whatever. But let's put Latasha in the middle because she's always the middle person lying. About something. Okay, this misrepresenting the truth of things. Okay, it's cold, y'all. I have with my sweater on. I have my shirt on, my girl talk, Golden Girl shirt, but it's a little cold. Cause I got my windows open, honey, but I don't know why. Anyway, let me get back to saying hello to people. I done left. What was I at? Oh, Latasha should go sit down somewhere, and I think she need to know. She should go stand up because every time she go sit down, she be lying. Every time she go sit down somewhere and get to talking lies, they start fumbling out the mouth like water. Like water. But hey to all the people. Hey. I just read Bishop Pastor Whew, he know past me. Past the robbery fighter. Mm, mm, up here, being this disrespectful and disruptive. Okay, and for no real reason. You know what I'm saying? He round here just being foolish. Okay, hit the like button after we get set to end. Okay, I'm trying to say hey to people. Y'all know once I get to going, I sometimes can't see stuff, and I'm trying to leave y'all in the chat, and you know what I'm saying. So I'll be trying to acknowledge everybody as much as I can. And again, Tasha needs to learn the word. I think she know the word. She'd be ignoring it. She really, really, really be ignoring it. You know what I'm saying? And for no real reason. I don't understand why. I be like, girl, shut up. Hey, that's my mama. Okay. Mama, what you just doing? Somebody talk to you. But hey, mama, love you. But you know what I'm saying? Yes, it was 80 degrees. It's I'm like, look, but this is just a regular Michigan, you know what I'm saying? Well, Michigan, Midwest. We know it can be cold one day, warm one day. For us, I'm like, girl, I guess I'm leaving be. It'll be back warm probably next week. You know, yeah, look. Even I was like, I don't. That's why, even on the weekend, I'm like, I'm just gonna keep putting up premieres. I'm keep putting up premieres because I don't want, no mess. I don't want, I may do, I may do a video tomorrow discussing the heavy stuff just to get it out. But it probably won't be no live. I don't know. We'll see. I gotta see. I don't know. I'm so mad that they still Latocha back forth. I don't even know if it's a back and forth as much as it is, she just won't leave well enough alone. She just won't just leave it be. Okay. She just won't be like, hey, I don't have to say anything back. Hey, I can go do an interview and not, just try to throw folks up under the bus and not take any accountability for myself. It'd be dumb. But I'm like, whatever. Okay. So let's get to the things that I have. Okay, now look, I have some stuff that I have, graphics for, but we're going to first go to my save thing, honey. What's it called? My IG. I couldn't think right. First day back, I can't think right. Let me see. Where is it? I had to save some stuff because I didn't feel like, just doing help with the graphics. Let's get into some congratulations, some confettis, because you know what I'm saying, that's the way to start off. Just saying congrats to people for different things, okay? For different things, okay? Now, y'all know I got stuff saved. First up, congrats, to Tamika. Now, Tamika is Scot, you know what I'm saying, 1/4 or one of the three of Escape. She round here and has a new song with Method Man. I'm like, METHOD, man. Come on now, Tamika. Now, Tamika has a song. Now, this I saved from last week when she posted, okay? A video called Tonight with my big brother Method Man, okay? Coming out on April 21st. So while Tasha acting like can't nobody, they want to keep stopping me from doing music. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Okay, your sister out here still singing with Escape, doing shows, but also having her own music out as well. And she out here shooting a whole music video with Method Man. Y'all know we love us a Method Man. Okay, because hey Method Man, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? And we like Tamika. You know what I'm saying? Tamika is around here doing her thing. Okay. And again, it's a single, not a whole album, putting her little toe in it. We know that Escape was around here touring. They were just here in Detroit Saturday. There was a Chicago Friday. I know Athy Miller went to the Chicago show. I don't like concerts. You know what I'm saying? Music is too loud for me. saw the new contracts or whatever. So I'll listen to the radio. But I heard they did really, really well here and in Chicago. I love the fact that they're still doing a thing, singing and whatever. And again, Tamika around here on tour with her group, but also she around here doing a whole new single. So, this is the minute because it was at the Little Caesars Arena. Singing. Okay, so every time we know that Tamika, Natasha be saying, y'all we can't be doing both. Shut up, lying. You can do both. You just don't want to. You want the attention of people making you feel like that you special. Okay. I just want to keep looking at Method Man. Anyway, y'all, but congrats to her on her new. Now, I'm not playing the song because I don't want to get flagged. Okay, but go to her page. You can hear the snippet, and then on the 21st, it'll be dropping, and we'll see what it is. Okay, but look, the snippet I heard, I'm like, come on now, okay, because she can sing. Okay. Anyway, the next congratulations is for Kat. Now, look, y'all may not like Kat, but I do. Okay, Kat is from Black Ink Crew. She was Black Ink Crew Chicago. She then moved to Cali. She is now has her own shop in California. She is on the new season of Black Ink Crew Los Angeles. They have changed the name for Black Ink Crew Compton to Black Ink Crew Los Angeles, whatever. But however, her and her man got married. Okay, her boo, I think he's a football player or whatever. Named Jamie Collins. They have 2 children together. Okay, it's real cute. They was on her page because I felt like they was haters. They didn't show her page, and they could have. And I follow her, Kat, because Kat's sing cool. And I like it. I like Kat for Black Ink Crew. You know what I'm saying? But her man got married. And she said, I've been so blessed, met the love of my life, got to witness my newlywed husband and my daddy slap box. My daddy and my stepdad drumming together. Our families came together in the most beautiful way to celebrate our union. Cheers to love, Mrs. Collins. Congratulations, confetti. Even though Kat was not my favorite person back when she was on Black Ink Crew Chicago, but all those years ago, I think all of them was like young and dumb or whatever. But I promise y'all, since she moved, got her own shop, been living her life, I love it for her. And I think she's a whole different person or whatever. She's just grown up. You know what I'm saying? Happy and in love with 2. Look at Daddy. Up, come on now. Drumming it up. Okay, because I don't know what's heritage or what I don't know what, I don't know whatever it is. Okay, but it's what it is. But again, love and marriage and unions. They have the 2 children together. Okay, her husband is fine. Okay, like some glasses of wine. Okay, we love when families can be around here coming together. Okay, when happiness is the plan and the result. Okay, and the epitome of the love, you know what I'm saying? Happiness all up in here. So congrats to Kat. Now they got 2 kids. Where the kids at? Boom. Okay, the 2 children's, 2 little boys. She's their mommy. Okay, so again, happy family, happy family. Okay, 2 babies under 2, girl. Get them out the way. Anyway, it is what it is. And, she's doing big things. Okay, she's doing big things. And again, she's around here doing deals because she went from Black Ink Crew Chicago, and they changed Black Ink Crew Compton to Black Ink Crew Los Angeles because, in my opinion, of Kat's shop, which is in Beverly Hills. So I'll leave that be now. Okay, but congrats to Kat on the wedding and the marriage. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully they never part. Happy birthday. So congratulations, confetti, to Tami Roman. Tami Roman, happy birthday. Our girl is 53. I said, bitch, where? Where, Tami? Where? Okay. Anyway, but again, happy birthday to Tami. Look, Tami, in my opinion, is a reality TV entertainment realm entertaining person overall. Tami been around since The Real World season 2. Okay, back in the early night, like 93, 95, 90 something. And I watched Tami on Real World back in her 20s. Okay, so the fact that she is now 53, only 12 years older than me, I feel like the same way we speak about, New York and Nene, and the Tami Roman to me is a pioneer of the reality TV world, because she was on the second season of a reality show back when it was really, really reality. Tami had an abortion on the damn show. Tami had her mouth wired shut on that show to lose weight. Okay, Tami was around here giving us real life, and this game was all kind of entertaining scenes since then. Okay, I love her on the Miss Pat show. She's hilarious on the Miss Pat show. I also love her on the family. What's it called? Jesus. The Duncans. What's the show that's on BET Plus that I can't think of right now? The Duncans, honey, that show with them. I love her on that show. And I happy. We have to give people their flowers while we can. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to. Thank you, family. Thank you. I love the show and I watch it every season. I can't wait. I hope and pray come back on the season. Yes, family business. Okay. So happy 53rd birthday to Tami motherfucking Roman. Okay. Who, in my opinion, people like to, speak about her from Basketball Wives. To me, that ain't her biggest accomplishment. Okay. It was her being on that show. Yeah, it's cool. But how she parlayed that into being on multiple shows. Yes, she's also on a show called Truth Be Told, I have not watched. Truth Be Told, of House of Vicious. You know what I'm saying? So, we love Tami around here. Ain't no Tami shade, ain't no Tami hate around here. We like Tami. We ain't saying Tami perfect. I've had to cut Tami out once or twice over the years, but we love us some Tami fucking Roman. Okay, so happy birthday to her. Now, also congratulations, confetti. Okay, to Race and Trade Buyers. Okay, y'all know that was on Empire. Okay, they play Andre and Boo Boo Kitty. Okay, but they welcome a baby boy. Okay, 7 years into, maybe it's a baby. They may not know it was a boy or girl. Was it a boy? Yes, it's what the son. So they welcome their son, 7 years into their marriage, year 7, it was a year of completion or whatever. I feel like when they were dating while filming Empire, at first I was like, but Andre crazy and we don't like Boo Boo Kitty. But outside of this show, I love how we get these glimpses of their love and their happiness or whatever. And I'm happy for whatever they're doing to keep their love protected and authentic. Because sometimes, folks go on these shows, they meet, get married or whatever, and they don't really be happy. And I feel like whenever I see them, they seem genuinely happy. Not saying they're perfect, but again, happy and congratulations to Trey and Grace on the birth of their son. Okay, happy. Now we ain't seen the face or nothing, but happy baby is cool. We love it. Okay, another baby. Okay, Hillary Swank. Okay, and that husband who I don't know, Philip Schneider. Is that Rob Schneider brother or something? Is Hillary Swank married to Rob Schneider? Is that a brother? I don't know. Anyway, but Hillary Swank gave birth to twins. Two babies. Okay, I'm like, come on, I'll push them on out. But again, congratulations, confetti. I like Hillary Swank. I don't recall her being problematic to the black people. It's the black delegation. Okay, so we love her around here. Okay, she's a great actress around here. So happy. Why I keep wanting to say happy? Congratulations to the couple on the birth of their twins. Carrying one baby is hard enough, and she carried two. So, congrats to her uterus, okay, and to her boobs, okay, and to however, it happened. Good things wish to all, okay, so congrats to them as well. God dang it, okay, again, another congratulations, baby people. Keisha Knight Pulliam, her maid, her husband, Jane, I think it's James Brad. Is it Brad Jane? It may be Brad. Who is it? Let me see if she tagged him. Yes, Brad James. He got two first names. Brad James. They welcome their son. Okay, happy birthday to Keisha, and happy birthday to the baby. Okay, to have a child on your birthday, that's amazing. Y'all share birthday, okay? So baby boy James is born. She's now a mother of two. They are a family of two. Y'all know that her baby daddy is that dude who used to be married to Lisa Wu. I can't think of his name. He's an asshole though. But we love us Keisha around here. Okay, Keisha Knight Pulliam. Okay, will always be rooty to me. And she seems happy with her husband. Okay, so congrats to them and their baby boy. All these babies, girl. Y'all stop fucking. I mean, no, keep doing that. I'm just saying. Also, congrats. Look, y'all know we love. Look, if y'all look, I know I was supposed to review the show Reasonable Doubt. I never got to it because life be licensed. Okay, but Reasonable Doubt was really, 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 really a great show. Okay, well, the show was renewed for season 2. So, congratulations, confetti is needed because y'all know some of these streaming services have been canceling our shows left and right, left and right. Okay, so we have to say congrats and we have to support when shows that we like gets a renewal because y'all know they be canceling us like clockwork. Okay. So, in the show is also, I know Kerry Washington is like involved in it too. So, I'm happy that we will be getting a season 2. If you have not watched Reasonable Doubt, it's on Hulu. It's about a lawyer lady and all the foolishness going on. And it was good. You hear me? It was, I may have to rewatch it. You know what I'm saying? I may have to rewatch it or whatever. We shall see. But congrats to the cast of them getting a renewal for season 2. Now, with them get a renewal, dun dun dun, Morris Chestnut will be on season 2. So he is now joining season 2 Reasonable Doubt. I feel like sometimes Morris Chestnut be on shows and then once he come on to get canceled. So I need him to not really be like on it. I don't want his cancellation curse to touch Reasonable Doubt. Again, sorry, move on over because I swear it will be like Tay Diggs and Morris Chestnut TV shows will always end up getting canceled, and so I need him to like put his foot in and then take his foot out. Put his foot in and then go away and shake all about somewhere else because if we don't have time for his, this would be the kicker. It'd be good shows that just don't, uh, it makes me mad. Okay, it makes me mad. Now I'm leaving B though. Now I don't mind him, you know what I'm saying, popping in, and I feel like only if he's only on the show for like a couple episodes. He can't be like a main character. He has a cancellation curse that I don't want nowhere around us. Can't get your ass out the booth, sir. Move. Anyway, he every time he gets, I'm like, God damn it, Morris. Your black, your dad in Boys. Is it because he died in Boys in the Hood that every TV show he do died too? I don't know. Anyway, but congrats to him for booking, a gig on season 2. Now it's all let's say right here is Chestnut will be playing a Corey Cash, a smooth talking lawyer with a knack for representing the underdog. Get your ass out here. We don't want you around here. Okay. Now I want to get into a couple of foolish things. We really only have a couple things or whatever, and then the main thing of the people. Well, let me take off what I don't need no more, y'all, because I'll be trying to be organized. Now I want to get into this. Now this story, I was like, bitch, what? Now, when I heard this story, I said, bitch, what? Now, in D.C., the school let a stranger pick up this lady kids. Okay. Now that's one bad thing. Okay. They then called the mama like, oh, that wasn't you. No, bitch, it was not you. Wasn't me. Now the school has a whole well, I hope Bishop Robbie don't go live while I'm live because I need to record with you live because it's gonna be a whole bunch of stuff. Why is he in the bow tie? Anyway, I'll look at it later. But when I saw this, I said, I need y'all to stop doing stuff sometime. Okay? The fact that this lady's kids, daddy, other baby mama, went to the kids' school, got the kids out of school, and was trying to use them as leverage to talk to her baby daddy, who was their father. I said, first of all, she need her ass whooped. Okay? She need her ass whooped immediately. Let me look, ain't no way she don't get an ass whooping. You technically kidnapped children, falsified who you were because you acted like you was their mama. Now the school is supposed to have an ID system to where you only let people get the kids who you know is, because we had that in my job too. Anyone who come in to get kids from service or whatever, we have to know who you is. And she went up here, got the kids out to school because she wanted to get in touch with their father. I said, oh, she's insane. Now the kids are 5 years old and 4-year-olds. Those are fucking toddlers. You terrified these boys' mamas to talk to their daddy? I don't advocate for violence often. But I feel like using my children to talk to your baby father, who was their father, so you can see your child will get your ass beat all day. All day. Because as it says the kidnapper had no relation with the children, but was formally involved with the father. She used the kids to get in contact with the father, saying she would give them back if she could see the son she shared with him. So now she been tried 2 counts of kidnapping. Now the kids were safely returned, but my thing is, bitch, what? I need people to not be dumb over dick. My thing is, or not be dumb because for some reason you don't have your children. Now the mama was pissed at the school because the school has signs put up outside that says, identification required, meaning no one, even a parent, can take a kid without showing their identification. I would own that school. The school of Jaylee is what it be called. Okay? Because you let a stranger leave with not just 1 kid, but 2. Meaning you had to get kids from 2 different classes. Not just 1 kid, 2. You let a stranger, because the thing about it is, the lady's a stranger. That she ain't their mama. She not ass beatings all around. So people, look, it's okay if you punch somebody in the throat who kidnapped your kid. Okay? Now, also some stupidity. Okay? I don't know what is up with married people in law enforcement and in social service around here who like this fucking everybody. I don't understand it. Married 911 dispatcher fired for letting cops run. First of all, they're petty for the title. Okay. But the point is, why you round here being married and you round here having affairs with multiple people. Okay? Multiple people who work with you. To where they have to fire you and all the other deputies because y'all around here fucking on a job. That's the lady's husband. Okay? He found out. And he said, oh, bitch, what? Because he saw some text. He took screenshots of the text because his wife was having sexual relations with multiple co-workers. I said, again? Again? What? Why y'all doing it? My thing is this. If you want to bang, 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 fine. Whatever. But you should learn to not get caught. How y'all getting caught so deep, so tough? Because they weren't doing stuff on the clock. Now she's the wife of one of the men who was sexing the 911 lady. Okay. I said, what is wrong with y'all? If y'all want to be freaky deaky, well, be freaky deaky. That's why so much crime. The damn cops is around here fucking, and they got time to protect and serve. I might, if another story come out about another group of, law enforcement people is around here, look, the title, I was like, this person is petty, okay? Very petty. But it's like, stop it, okay? Now, that's the lady right there. Crystal Perez, a sergeant man, Salinas, and then Deputy Juan Liel, I don't know. But it's like, y'all, stop fucking on the clock. You should not be so horny that you fucking on the clock. I get it. Some people want to have sex at work. Cool. It's fun sometimes. However, you have to learn when to do it. At least be off the clock. They all got fired. All of them. And the husband is the one who busted them. Because he saw that's the husband, because he saw the text in the white phone and he said, I'm on it. I'm going to find out. And it's one thing for you to think your wife cheated on you with one person, but when you find out it was like 5 or 6 people, I'm like, girl, that also means was the husband bad at sex? Now he mad because like, who on him? Because his wife had to cheat on him, but girl, if y'all horny, you do not have to fuck all your coworkers. Just pick one. Don't text, talk in person, and don't do it on the clock. Okay? It's people. Okay. Also, now y'all know them people who went over to Mexico, and there were 4 of them, and 2 of them ain't make it back. She is one of the people who was over there in Mexico and survived. Now she's in jail because she took her child to go fight somebody else, another child. I'm like, what's wrong with people? Why? Now, 34-year-old Latavia Washington was arrested after her child allegedly went to a location to fight another child. Okay, now again, her child went to go fight another child. Cool, whatever. Now, it is according to the police, after her child was removed from the location, she took them back to keep fighting. Now, if you was, ma'am, this is after you survive, after surviving, damn near dying in Mexico, you were kidnapped and could have died. Why are you coming back to America and just being stupid? and trying to have your kid fight. It's like, is it Fight Club? And after surviving the Mexican drug cartel kidnapping you, why the fuck would you ever go and do something? What? Again, I need people to stop being stupid. Okay. So she was charged with contributing to the delinquency of a minor. Leave her locked up. Leave her locked up. Because folks already felt like you was down there in Mexico on some cocaine and stuff. Okay. You came back alive. You were two survivors. Two other. First, how are you not still traumatized about what you went through? How are you not traumatized? How do you have the mental capacity in your brain to think about driving your kids somewhere to fight? Like, you and your kids should be somewhere crying, hugging, because they happy you alive. I don't get it. People, stop being dumb. Stop being dumb. Okay. Now, what else do I have? Because I told you I missed some of stuff. Well, this ain't dumb, but this is like, bitch, what? So I kept seeing this, and I saw folks saying, "Oh, she's a gold digger. Oh, he ain't shit." And blah 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 blah. Okay. Now, he's a soccer player from somewhere else. I don't know what country it be, from a different country. Okay. Him and his wife divorcing. Okay. She wanted half his assets. And when she went to the courthouse and she found out, oh, guess what? 80% of everything he owned is in his mama's name. Okay? He don't really own nothing. Now, this is the thing. Okay? This is per Hollywood Report, Girl Hollywood Unlocked. It says they started dating in 2018. He was 19. She was 31. He was a soccer star. Okay? On the way up. Again, they met, started dating in 2018. When he was 19, she was 31. Now, they have two kids together. And it says he is supposed to be worth about $72 million. And she wanted half. Now, because he's now 24 and she's whatever age, I don't know, she's in her 30s. However, she wanted half of all. And I said, ma'am. Now, this is the kicker. It's not, I feel like this. If my child is 19 and a 31-year-old woman is dating him and they had two children, you know, I feel like before old girl came with the picture, the mama was already, you know what I'm saying, making sure, hey, the money gonna come to me. We're gonna make sure that you don't fuck up his money. Because to me, 19 is young and you may not know how to handle millions of dollars. The gotcha is the fact that the wife did not know any of that. None of it. Now, this is also the gotcha. The reason she got the divorce was because he has been accused of RAPE. Excuse me. A female accused him of RAPE. And so that is going on right now. And so the wife filed for divorce. And she said, I want half. But they said, you want half of $1? He ain't got that much. So this is my thing. I feel like it's two separate things. Clearly, him and his mama knew up front, hey, we're going to have stuff be different around here. Because his checks went into an account in his mama name. When he wants to buy something, he would have his mom buy it. So, even stuff that he owned, he didn't really own it. It was in his mama name. So the wife can't get half of the properties because they're all in his mama's name. He don't have all the millions in his own account. I said, this is hard. Because clearly the mama and the son, at least the mama and the son, you know what I'm saying, plan to make sure no one could get his money. Because it's under her name or whatever. But I have the right to divorce my husband if I feel like he's a rapist. So it's two things to me. And again, being accused of that does not make you guilty, because I don't know non detail of that. I don't know he was accused of something or whatever. But I think most people's issue was, oh, this 31-year-old woman got what a 19-year-old dude who was a soccer star, whatever. I mean, a star, whatever, in sports. And now, roughly 5 years later, she won half of the money. And he's like, you ain't gonna get much. Now, I do think that she deserves something for the 5 years she was married to him and gave him 2 children. I don't think she should get nothing. But the question is, should she get half? Does she deserve to get half? Was mama smart and basically shielding her son from financial ruin of other people being able to sue him for money? I don't think she deserves half at all. I feel like 5 years of marriage does not deserve. I think 20 years of marriage, 10 years of marriage, that's a half situation. If you with me for 10, 20 years where I made this all this money, yes. If you get with me when I start making money, I mean, I don't know if that deserves half. I think he should have to pay child support. I think that's given, you know. But I don't think she deserves half of $72 million. Now, if he is guilty of the RAPE, that person should sue his ass and get some money as well. But I'm like, look, before you look, people, if you get with people who have money, find out where the money going. If we get married, it's all your mama now. We can't do that. It's supposed to be us. Okay. But I was like, girl, don't do it. Love and Hip Hop Atlanta and other shows moving to MTV. I feel like, does it matter? It's Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, Couples Retreat, and also Caught in the Act. I am probably going to review Couples Retreat this season when it comes out next month. But I feel like them telling us that the shows are moving from VH1 to MTV. I'm like, don't nobody care. To me, VH1 and MTV are like the same damn station. The only difference to me would be if, now they won't play that show, what's it called, Ridiculousness, won't play as much. But to me, moving shows is not as if it's now a different show and something different. You know what I'm saying? They say they are kind of revamping Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. I was like, unless you revamp it to be a whole different show with a whole different cast, leave me alone. Couples Retreats and Caught in the Act should be good, but I mean, Love and Hip Hop has really run its course. Like they said, they're doing it in a documentary type feel. Whatever. We don't care. Speaking of we don't care, I feel like I feel like Erica Mena and Safari need Jesus. So where is it at? VH1 is shooting Love and Hip Hop Miami right now. And for some reason, Safari is shooting there. Bobby Lights and Shay, who was at Amara Negra's daughter's birthday party. And they was live on IG. No, they was like stories on IG showing how Safari bought, allegedly, because the probably was production, bought Amara Negra's daughter's Rolexes. Now, I can't find the footage anymore. I think people deleted it. But there was a scene to where Safari and Lamara kissed. And I said, y'all just desperate? Safari has been on every franchise he was in New York, he was in Atlanta, he's now in Miami. It's New York, Miami. He's been in all the cities. And y'all now want us to believe that Safari is dating Amara to where he's at the daughter's birthday party, gave the daughter's Rolex watches, and him and Amara are dancing, and then they kiss. And I was like, oh, y'all think we dumb. Y'all think we stupid. So Erica Mena, of course, saw this and got to talking. And Erica Mena has a right to feel pissed off feelings because Safari is an asshole. You know what I'm saying? But I also feel like she know he an asshole. We know he an asshole. No one looks at him as this great guy, this great father. I think we know he on some bullshit. But I also feel like Erica, you are not in this, and I'm not blaming her. I'm not blaming Erica. What I'm gonna say is Erica and Safari got together while filming a reality show. And they then started dating. And it was all fun and games. And they treated it as fun and games. And then for no apparent reason, they got pregnant, they got married, had issues, got pregnant again, and then they divorced. I think she saw who he was early on and chose to deal with it because it was her husband, they had a baby. I would have never brought another baby into the world knowing how he was. And now she's stuck. However, she's aware that she's stuck. Every time my punk ass baby daddy would be right here doing something dumb, I would not even comment on it because he's a sucker duck. And so she came commenting like, "Aw, ain't that cute? It's very interesting how my kids have never got gifts like this by this waste man. My daughter just turned 3. All she got was a birthday cake and a few balloons in the living room. And please don't get me started on how he didn't do anything for my son's first birthday until 2 weeks after the fact. And again, that was just balloons in his living room. But happy, enjoyed the circus themed birthday party with a deadbeat clown as the special guest." I'm like, yeah, but we know he did. We know that. She brings up how he blocked her. Since I won't take his crying, begging ass back. He was desperately shooting now he's shooting in Miami. But I feel like Erica, we know this. So I feel like when he do stuff, I'm like, girl, keep being a mother. Keep being and I also feel like Safari ain't paid them. Production paid for that shit. Production asked Rolex, "Hey, we brought some boxes. We're gonna put some jewelry in there." I don't think he really bought them kids Rolexes. It's the fact Amara in the fucking Bridgerton costume for a 1-year-old birthday party. Everyone on Love and Hip Hop is begging for attention. Even the fact that Bobby and Shay both was on their stories recording this. When usually you're not supposed to show this kind of shit. I think that's why Shay took her down so fast but everybody caught it. But now folks have taken it down. But they were Safari and Amara were dancing slowly with the cameras rolling, and then they went in to kiss. And when it was kissing, a whole bunch of fucking confetti dropped down. And as they were dancing, he's talking, and I'm keeping because I don't want to get flagged. He like, she's so great of a person. She be encouraging me, talking as if we dating. But she had I need Erica to stop, because the more you can't give him attention, you just can't. It's dumb. Okay. Anyway, who else we gonna get into? Quad. Let's get into Quad. Where Quad at? So Quad allegedly will not be on the next season of Married to Medicine. Now, I want to say this. I don't see a big issue with this, because to me, Quad is entertaining, yes. But Quad has not brought a actual storyline to Married to Medicine since her and Dr. G divorce. And I feel like they're going into season 10. Oh, yeah. They're going into season 10. Open hour. I mean, take 1 second, y'all, and like the video. Okay? Like the video, please. Y'all don't like it as a thing to do. So yeah, Quad has been on the show for 10 seasons, well 9 seasons at this point in time. But to me, she hasn't brought anything to the show. Now y'all know this season, now because in the comment section, Quad is responding to folks who's saying she is on the show. Okay, I don't appreciate you not being on the show. You were on my face. I'm sorry, sis. How can I help make it up? Someone else was asking about her coming back. She said, well, we're still working on my contract, so we shall see. But this is old stuff, she says. They're saying that Quad will not be back this season. Also, her ex-husband, Dr. G, just filmed his wedding. Yeah, Dr. G's wedding was filmed for this season of Married to Medicine. And I feel like, it's like we want. Now, we see this photo of the ladies of the show. We see Simone, Heavenly. I don't know who the lady is in black. Phaedra, Toya, and Dr. Jackie. Ain't no Quad. Now, I feel like if your ex-husband has left the show, found love, came back to the show, because he's friends with the guys and his fiance was friends with the ladies, but you have not brought any storyline to the show. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they had Quad. I don't think Quad quit at all. However, Quad was interviewing with Heavenly and said she had no issue with Dr. G or the fiance and how she congratulated him on the engagement. So I don't think she quit. I think what they offered her, as far as probably money and episodes, she just didn't want. But I also feel like if Quad would have came on the show, what would have been her storyline? Now, it would have been crazy to see her around G's fiance. That would have been crazy. But I also feel like the show was called Married to Medicine. And we were happy that when her and him got divorced, she didn't leave the show. He did. But since her divorce, I'm just saying, what has Quad storyline been besides I was married, I got divorced, and I bought an expensive house? I was married and got divorced, and I bought myself a car. I was married and I was divorced, and I'm still living my life. But I still feel like she didn't like show us much of her actual life. I feel like bringing Dr. G back was cool. It's been years since her and him broke up. And again, he was still hanging around with the ladies' husbands. So, I don't know. But I do wish Quad the best, truthfully. What I'm wondering is, though, why we ain't seen Phaedra's boyfriend who's supposedly within medicine? Why we keep seeing photos of Phaedra, but we don't see none of Phaedra in that man? Who's she dating? If Phaedra come on the show and she's not dating someone that's in medicine, she can be let go. Because if they let Quad go to bring in Phaedra, that's some shady shit. Because to me, Phaedra should not be on the show if she's not really dating someone in the medical field. And we know they won't let her back on the Atlanta Housewives. Putting her on this show, she's not really dating someone, to me, is going to make me cuss her ass out every episode. Because why you here? I said before, I don't mind Phaedra being on the show, but she needs to be actively, realistically dating someone who is a doctor of something. A foot doctor, an eye doctor, a nose doctor, a head doctor, a doctor of doctors, a dentist, whatever, a PhD. That's like anything. But she needs to be really dating someone who, because otherwise, why leave Quad? The fuck? Anyway, we wish Quad the best wherever she may go, wherever she may land. Monique suing Paramount and CBS. If they've been getting all that money for all that time and they haven't done anything, that's some bullshit. I know for a fact they were saying that like the writers or the producer of the show, whoever, somebody else on the show, has sued CBS and Paramount because the Parkers is fully in syndication. It's always playing somewhere. Okay. They had 110 episodes, which makes them be in syndication. So they were supposed to be getting paid. And Monique said, hey, we want our money. All of it. Now, Countess Vaughn also was saying, agreeing with Monique about needing to get their money or whatever. And Monique was like, yes, honey, we need all of it. Okay. So they filed a lawsuit to make sure they are paid fairly. Okay. Fairly. The EPs of the show took legal action for the same reasons, okay? And they settled, meaning you can't settle with the EPs, but not settle with the actual actors, okay? We want our money. So I want Monique and Countess and all the other actors who should get money of royalties of the show they were on, because it's hard getting a show to 100 episodes, which helps you be syndicated. So to have their show have 110 episodes, they are in syndication, and the show, but the show been off the air for years. So if for the past 15 years or whatever, so how many years it is, if for those years they have not been getting paid, yes, give me my money. Get them, Monique, get them. Okay, I'm with you when I'm with you. Okay, I feel like yes, y'all did the work, y'all should be paid for it, and especially since they settled with the EPs, because the EPs sued, and then the network did a settlement. So okay, give us our money too. The fuck? Okay. So I'm happy that Monique is like, okay, I'm going to use my aggressive, I don't play no games-ness for good. Okay? You can't play me. Leave me be, bitch. Leave me be. Okay? Now, let's move on to some of my other stuff. Let's pray for Jamie Foxx. Look, I feel like Jamie Foxx, we don't know what's wrong. Okay? We don't know what's wrong. What we do know is that he was rushed to the hospital. He's supposedly still in the hospital. They're running tests. They have not said what happened. We don't know. Okay, all we know is it was an undisclosed medical complication. He's doing better. I believe he's still in the hospital. And all the celebs keeps, celebs out here, sending, well, wishes or whatever. So I said to me, because we have people who I think know him, are actively, sending out their, their well wishes. I'm like, it ain't nothing little. Like, he didn't just like fall and like break an ankle. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's something happened to him. And his daughter, his family, his team has been very, very tight-lipped. They have not said what it was. We've heard stroke, we've heard heart stuff or whatever. But again, no one knows what it is. What we can do is pray for Jamie, okay? Because I think we all love Jamie Foxx. We really, 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 really do. And, when his daughter put out a statement that, something had happened, but he's getting good care. But again, never told us what happened. Just that it was some kind of medical complication or whatever. He was shooting a movie. And the movie had like 8 days of shooting. And so they think they're going to cancel his remaining scenes and keep shooting. And so I'm like, well, okay, if it's not something they can think, okay, he'll be good, he'll be good, like even like a week or two. Okay, to want to finish it without him, I'm like, is it that serious? So again, we're gonna pray for Jamie, and that's it. Okay, because we love Jamie Foxx. We love that man. Okay. Now I want to get on Chloe Bailey. Now, her album In Pieces came out. I listened to it. I liked it. You have to listen to people's albums these days in full. You can't listen to a song here, a song there. You have to listen to the full way they curated their track list. Because sometimes, like, you can't listen to Renaissance out of order because it just flows so well with how the songs were curated. So, they're saying, oh, she only sold 10,000 copies. Oh, it's Beyonce's fault because Beyonce did not promote her and blah, 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 blah. I feel like a lot of people, first albums don't do well. A lot of regular people who've been in the business for years put out stuff that don't do too well. People will already be hating on her anyway. So I feel like let the lady have fans. She's touring right now. And seeing her tour stuff, the clips from her tour, she has fans. But sometimes that does not, transition to people buying your content. However, we also know a lot of folk don't make money selling albums. You make money touring. So if your fans know, hey, I can see her on tour, they may just see her on tour. And I like that she talks, kiss my ass. Because anyone who don't look at her as someone who's trying their best as a first-time solo artist is like, leave her alone. And I'm like, Beyonce don't have to promote her. That ain't Beyonce's job. Beyonce don't promote her own goddamn music. And I think her music is for who her music is for. It may not be for everyone, but to tease or try to, bully or browbeat someone who only sold 10,000 copies. Hell, I ain't never sold 10,000 copies. And people like to judge women People like to judge young women. People don't like it when you are trying to explore who you are as a person. No one who was 40 is the same person was at 21. Let that girl evolve. Beyonce now at 40 is different than who she was at 21. Let her explore herself. Let it happen. And people expect people to be instant stars, and that's not realistic. So I feel like people just like to hate her. And it's crazy because we can't want to, protect people and be about mental health, but we want to sit up here and tease her for like just putting out like Chloe ain't did shit wrong. Like we rat tag, Latoya because Latocha because she did something that we don't like. But Chloe, she only has been basically experimenting with her music, her sound, expanding who she is. And again, in 5 years, she may sound completely different. But let the lady just be. Okay, I like her. And she's like, y'all can kiss me. I'm playing. But if you don't like her music, cool, it's fine. But I don't think it's a flop because she sold some albums. She didn't sell a whole lot. Okay. Nick Cannon talking about how he don't want his kids under the same roof because that would really only be for him. Nick Cannon sounds stupid because him saying he prefers him going to the kids and him having to put himself in the kids' lives versus the kids having to come to him and him having all the kids under his roof. He don't want that. I say, fool, so you don't want your kids knowing each other? That's weird to me. I don't understand why anybody would make it seem as if I'm doing the best for them because this way they're not having to come to me because it's not their fault to have all these kids. It's like, yeah, but the point of you having all your kids under one roof, at least every once in a while, is so they can get to know each other. They're siblings. To want to have 6 separate households where the kids who are all brother and sisters never get to really hang out with each other is crazy to me. I just don't. And to me, it's also not the mama's jobs to have the kids be together because you are the common denominator. Nick is crazy. A little bit cuckoo. Wendy Williams. Her brother was saying, oh, I can't believe her team is trying to have her do a reality show. She should not do that. Turns out she ain't got one. Wendy do need to go sit down some damn well. But I feel like everybody should leave her alone. However, at the same time, I feel like if her money is all tied up and she can't afford a bill, she do have to do something for money. So it's a catch-22. And even though it's not a reality show, whatever she's filming, it may be because she need the fucking money. Period. Now, her punk-ass husband, Kelvin, the fact that Kelvin is trying to sue Tasha, I say everybody want to sue Tasha K. News is scarce right now. It's not much going on. I feel like a lot of people are regurgitating old stuff, replaying old stuff, and figuring out what to discuss here and there. Okay, so I did see Tasha had reposted an old interview she did. Okay, now I think sometimes when people's names come up, people will sometimes post old clips that can be in conjunction. So I don't know because Wendy Williams came up about the reality show, her brother was talking shit or whatever. If Tasha thought, oh well, let me replay and repost this interview with this man who accused Kevin Hunter of being his his gay lover, basically. He also was like, oh, he took my butt, all these things. The interview came from 2019. I remember seeing it when she had it back in 2019 because I was like, this shit is crazy. Because I feel like if people like freaky shit in the bedroom that may include an extra penis, that's on them. That's not my business. And I remember the interview, and I was like, this is I don't know why you talking about all this, okay? Now, I feel like Kevin didn't say shit back in 2019 because he didn't need no money. And now that Wendy ain't working, okay, he needs some money. So because Tasha reposted the interview, which made it come back up, I don't think anyone cared back in 2019. We don't care now, but he cared. He's saying that, well, Tasha K replayed this interview from 2019 of someone allegedly saying that I tried to RAPE their butt and whatnot, so I want to sue for defamation. I really feel like it's because he needs some money and he can't get it from Wendy. But I'm like, hell, Tasha ain't got it. She'll Cardi B for a meal. Now, if I was Tasha, I maybe would not have replayed the interview. But at the same time, it's not Tasha making up any accusations. It's the dude who's saying this stuff, and Tasha is asking him stuff. I'm just like, I bet you he wished she would have stayed with Wendy. Stop, because now it's like Wendy can't work, can't make no money. You just refuse to work. Baby, I'm gonna refuse to work as well, and everybody ass out. And now you want to sue a blogger who already owes somebody else $4 million. Get a job, Kevin. You and Sharina with that baby, go get some jobs. Stop trying to rely on other people. Get a goddamn job. Get a job right now. Bum, 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 bum. Let's get into this shit. Okay, so Tasha did an interview. I don't know why she keep doing interviews. I really don't get it. I feel like either she just wants to keep being looked at as an ASS whole, okay, or she's okay with any publicity being good publicity. And what's that man? Rocky is like, it's okay, babe. It's okay. We have to do this because we need to get, our names out here. We have to be seen some kind of way. So we have to be around here and, do these interviews. The fact that she has not asked these people, hey, don't ask me this or that, because I've already talked about that and I want to leave this to just, my music, because the show has already aired. But Latocha around here, and she still is just talking about Kandi. But this time she wants to also blame Mona Scot. Okay, now let's watch. And now y'all know I always put the videos up early in the day. If you want to see, wait, wrong one. That's Bishop Robbery. Because Bishop Robbery is next, because that's gonna be something shorter. Well, just something different. Where is it? Oh, here you go. I already put up the regular version, but I'll be talking, so y'all know this is gonna be commentary. Okay. Let's go.
Let's talk about it. Gospel Project.
Yes.
Your label.
Yeah.
That's swag.
Yeah.
That's dope. Speak on that.
I mean, I've been in the game 30 years. And I learned a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Becoming a student in the game, you have to understand what ownership is and then also what investing in yourself is. And so that's what I did. I wanted to make sure that I owned my masters. I wanted to make sure that I had control over my music. And
do y'all think she wanted to control the music because she don't want Rocky stealing it? Because if your husband stole from you, your group, your sister, is it possible you like, you know what? I don't want him to steal my shit. So I have to make sure that I own my stuff.
So that was just real big for me. And signing myself to myself,
That's gotta feel good. How much am I gonna pay me?
And two, when it comes down to the creative part of it, you don't have to ask somebody, I think this song should be what it's gonna be. Like, I was able to put the songs out the way that I wanted to.
You ever Suge Knight yourself?
What
No,
you
you
mean?
gonna do this.
Oh, yeah.
Rocky, y'all know Rocky Suge Knight.
On this
Every
label,
day.
blood.
You see, I'm in the building. I be at that radio station, yeah, that part.
We talked about that a second ago. We had Chloe Bailey here earlier this week, and I was saying a lot of artists don't do the radio run anymore. And you said you've been in the game 30 years, so we're around the same age. I remember being in high school singing "Kick Off Your Scoop" and "Relax Your Feet."
Come on.
Party on down to the SK.
No, ma'am. Just say the word, don't sing.
So what happened with SK? What happened with SK? We like you, Solo. So explain that for us, because some of us are like torn, because I like this run for you because it's all about you.
Yeah.
But the Escape fan of me still wants to know you're a part of Escape.
I'm definitely a part of Escape. I created the name. That's the mothership. That's where I come from. I will never forget where I come from.
That's the delusion I mean. I feel like I'm off screen because my signal keeps being low and I don't want it to be distorted. So I'm off screen, y'all. But I feel like this whole, not selling Escape. I think we all understand the group Escape will always be known as a foursome. We understand that. But I feel like she also won't accept that right now she ain't in the group at all. And I wish she could say, you know what, right now I'm doing solo stuff. I'm not with the group, because you're not. Like, that's just the reality. And so for me, I think people ask her direct questions and she come up, or she replied back with answers that aren't really truthful, because sure, they can't kick you out the group per se. However, they're booking shows and doing shows and you're not there. You not in the group right now. And I think she would just acknowledge that, because she's the one that left to go solo.
But it's time for me to do music. I've always wanted to do music. I know Kandi didn't want to do music because she always felt like if we didn't surpass what we did in the beginning, then don't do it. But when I'm doing music, it's never predicated on sales. It's because I'm passionate about what I do. Okay. So the other girls was like, no, we, don't fall victim to what she said. I want to do music.
See, ain't nobody asked you about Kandi, but you always found a way to bring up Kandi's name. Kandi did say she did not want Escape to do new music. But we had to also remember, Escape broke up in the 90s, did not get back together until like 2016. So the fact that Tasha, or the group itself, had years to do music. So it's weird to me that she tries to have this excuse of, well, the group, we could do new music because Kandi did not want to do it. What about the 15 to 20 years in between y'all breaking up and y'all getting back together? Why didn't you do any music? And Kandi saying, I don't want to do any music. Y'all still went, the three of y'all, Tasha, Tamika, and Tiny, went and did music. No one bought it. And we all know that musicians sometimes just want to be, artists and be your singer. We get that. However, you also want your music to sell, because if you didn't care about selling records, you would go work at a school and be a music teacher. If you want to make music, you'll be a producer. You around here, you signed yourself to sell music. You just know it won't really sell like that. So that's your back alley way to say, well, I know my album won't do no numbers, so I can say I don't care about I don't care about it making money. You're lying. It's also a way for her to try to degrade Kandi and the girls as if, well, they only care about making money and selling records. They're not really musicians, artists, singers who care. I was like, girl, shut up. That sounds dumb. Even people who are musicians, when you are in this business, you do want your albums to sell. You do. And I think Kandi is aware we're not going to sell how we used to. So is it worth the energy making new shit if no one will like it? Because if you make a new album, if no one hears it, you can't really play it at the concerts because no one will know the song. So Tasha's full of shit. She just likes to play it like Kandi's the fault of this, Kandi's fault of that. Even her saying, well, the girls, listen to Kandi or whatever, and this didn't do. No, girl, whatever. You had 20 years to make some music and you didn't. Shut up.
So that's why I'm
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to do new music?
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I don't want to do the old
Something
songs
different.
over and over again. No.
So
I don't want to do the old songs over and over again. I don't want to do the old songs over and over again. Girl, you don't. Okay. Well, if that's the case, make all the songs you want, and we don't ever have to listen. Ever. Because that's stupid. That's stupid. That's stupid. Because the album you just made that went door knocker, in 10 years, you're going to hope people want to hear music from that album. So it's like you're delusional.
And I have something to say.
So why gospel? What made you choose the gospel lane?
Well, I mean,
You started secular.
Yeah. Well, I actually started in the gospel
Okay.
world. That's where we're from. That's where I grew up.
Girl, you went to church. We all went to church. People who say I started there, ma'am, going to church does not make you a gospel artist. You were never singing gospel songs professionally and then left the gospel realm and went secular. You were never there. You went to church like we did. You sang in the choir like I did too. But that's not your roots. I'm just saying.
That's my inspiration. I grew up listening to the Clark sisters and so many beautiful people that came out in that time. And that's all I could listen. I was in church. Our religion was that.
Yeah.
So I brought that with me. If you listen to Living in Vain on the albums, it's because I brought a little bit of that with me when I went. But it's just...
That wasn't... Living in Vain wasn't your song. Girl,
part of one. That's my roots. So I'm going back to my roots. This is what I love. Even when I sing with that type of conviction because of my faith. And so it's about the music to me. It's about going back to God. I've had so many conversations with him while filming and just in life. So, I have something to say when it comes down to the gospel part of it.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen.
God is like, girl, why you keep putting me in this? Why you keep pulling me in this? Fix your stuff and then come talk to me.
Well, I'm actually happy you broke that down because I didn't think about it. Like when you guys are on tour, it's just your past records.
Mm-hmm. So
So this is more about your passion of you are a singer,
Yes.
you want to create. So that to me helps me live with this separation. It's like parents, like you.
Girl, this is what dumb to me. People say, oh, I get... Well, first of all, Kendra sound dumb. Because to say, oh, I didn't think about it on your tour, that is all old songs. Everyone that's on tour is doing old songs. Every artist that's on a tour, even when they're touring with newer records, they still perform a lot of their old. Beyonce on her tour, yes, she's gonna do songs from the song, but she also have to do songs from her old albums. Every artist, Usher right now in his residency is doing all his old stuff. What's wrong with that? I'm confused. I'm so confused. And for Kendra to be dumb diddy, I didn't think about that. How did you not? There's not many artists who tour and only tour with new music. Why would you do that? It doesn't make any sense.
Yes,
But what
because
about when people have to go to college? You got to go out and do other things. Like, you can't just be stagnant. I think sometimes we put that stigma on people, and that's kind of sad to think about it. But when God gives you a gift, it's not meant to just be like this. You should be able to kind of flourish and do some things you want to do. Not to say to leave, but sometimes you got to go break out a little bit and then come back.
are you guys in a friendship space right now? Because I think they might be in Chicago. I think literally today. I think they have a show somewhere else.
That's
So
what I'm hearing. Yes.
what you That's what you
I didn't know
hearing.
anything about the show. Somebody told me about the show. That's
Because you not in the group, bitch. Why would they tell you? First of all, they have been promoting their dates since all year. Okay? They've been talking about the day they have everywhere. So for her to make it seem as I didn't know. No one told me. You know you not working with them right now. And it's like someone's asking her, so how are you in the group? Are y'all talking right now? They're here for a show. Like, you know y'all not cool right now. You know you not in the group right now. But you're talking as if they are doing stuff and not including you. Because you're fucking delusional.
That's my truth.
So that's where it gets confused as a fan, because it's like, are y'all, like, you're in town, they're in town, there's a show tonight, and you didn't know about it, so that means you won't appear, y'all in the same city.
Yeah.
So are y'all talking? What are the conversations? Like, are y'all family, so I won't say y'all enemies.
Right, no,
but,
we're not enemies.
Yeah, because you know that you're blood. But what is the state of y'all friendship right now? Because y'all both are in the city. You said you heard they got a show tonight.
Yeah, I heard they have a show tonight. I've been hearing that they have a show.
Even I heard they have a show tonight. I heard that. Like, she's talking as if, yeah, we beefed out right now. I don't fuck with them. Like, girl. Stop being dumb.
But I was not invited to the show, mainly because they're still dealing with a promoter that threatened my husband's life. And I said I'm not doing the show, so I stand on what I believe in. So they continue to do the show, so that's why I'm not doing the show.
That makes sense.
So, yeah, no, I'm not.
Some things you gotta just stand
You
on.
know, that's who I am.
Now, we know that producer, I'm not producer,
Let's talk about the
promoter is the promoter that Rocky allegedly got kickback from, and that's why it was beefed out. So I also feel like when you're interviewing someone, you should be aware of other things that was said for good follow-up questions. Okay, you can tell they just have her here and they either don't know what else is going on or they're kissing her ass.
reality show. We were talking about it a little bit off the air, but you had it was a show with Escape and SWV.
Yes.
And then, we saw the whole conversation. I know you're probably tired of talking about it, the whole conversation of money being stolen, but the first question is, will you do another? Is there going to be a part 2 of this reality show?
It's not going to be part 2 for me.
Well, because y'all was stealing, allegedly, okay? That's why. The reason you would not be on the season 2 is because right now you can admit or acknowledge there is some kind of issue with your husband's business practices, okay?
No, I mean, when you come and you say 2 supergroups are going to be celebrated and it does not end that way, like you got everybody beefing on social media. The nerve of a black production company with Mona Me coming in and not celebrating black women.
Not first, girl. Now Mona Me, y'all know that's Mona Scott Young's company. Y'all know Mona Scott Young is the one who did Love and Hip Hop. I feel like Mona has always said that she give people a platform, they record what happened, and then that's what it is. Everything that happened was because of that's what y'all allowed to happen. But she's about to try to blame Mona Scott, girl. Lord Jesus.
It's just tearing down, and the whole time, out of 7 women, I was being attacked every single day. So it's just that thing for me. Like when you say you're gonna do something, we should be able to do it. I think the fans have been slighted, and shame on her, shame on the productions for doing that. We didn't get to a tour, we didn't get to music. So what did we go to the end?
Well, because your husband was stealing. And I feel like she got backlash on social media when the show aired because of what your husband was accused of. So that's your fault. Because I feel like you knew already what had been filmed. You knew that. I feel like I would have cut off all my social media, or I would have for sure premiered my music and my album and stuff before the show aired. She was stupid enough to feel like, you know what? Let's premiere the album right after the show aired. Why would you do that knowing your husband was accused of having an affair, was accused of stealing royalty money and accused of getting kickbacks. You were dumb. You knew this had happened on the show. But you want to blame everybody else except you and your husband for what y'all are accused of. And if he was smart, let me get on camera. If your husband was really smart, he would have for sure said, babe, we need to premiere the album the week the show premieres. The show premiered on a Sunday. We need to have your album come out on that Friday. So that way everybody would have gotten the album based on the push of the show being promoted. Y'all were dumb enough to let 6 weeks of what happened get out. And then thought, hey, now let's put out an album and do radio tours. And now everyone only wants to discuss the stolen money times 1, the stolen money times 2, and now you beefing with the whole group. And every interview is you lying and not taking any ownership of the part you played in the shit. So you stupid. Because if I knew that Mona had me on a show, if your point is Mona booked me for the show under the pretense of it being positive, but I know that when we start filming in September, that ain't what it was. Okay. We finna have 6 weeks of a show that's gonna be the talk of the town. Let me put out my album before that happens. So that way, any backlash I get, they've already streamed my album. They'll already love my songs. Then, as the show is premiering and going on, every week I can apologize for whatever I see happening. But no, you double down on, I don't know anything. I didn't do that. Yeah, that's Rocky. That's stupid. That's dumb. Very, very dumb. So trying to blame Mona for being a horrible woman, tearing down women and blah, 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 blah. Girl, bye. Mona has always said, I don't make anyone do nothing. I capture what happens. And while fussing with your sister, she got pissed and said, y'all stole her money. And then because of that, the producer or the promoter showed proof of a wire transfer and text that your husband was getting kickbacks. And your husband was around here being dumb diddy in a confessional saying,
This ain't stealing. This ain't stealing.
and we said he's foolish. Okay, we all, y'all know what we all saw.
Do you want me to bring the receipts? Do I need to bring the receipts?
No. You were too dumb to take advantage of the promotion of the show to get ahead of the bullshit. Period. Okay, let's keep listening.
Oh, like, what are we doing here?
Did you guys film those scenes? Because, for me, I'm be honest, I have been approached for reality TV so many times, and I've always declined because I know what it is.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like we kind of know when you do reality TV, they're going to show the worst of you and not the best of you.
Right.
So when you went in, were you not thinking they were going to try to find mess? Because that's what reality TV is.
Yeah, but we at the end of the day, we had already gone through the worst of the times with the first still kicking it.
Okay.
So we were getting past it. Did I have reservations? Of course I did. But when she started to say, hey, we're going to celebrate y'all going to do a tour, we're going to talk about how you do a show, how you got to do the wardrobe and the music. I'm like, that's beautiful, because sometimes you do have banter back and forth with that.
And the crazy part is we saw that. We saw some of the stuff of them putting the show together. However, other stuff came out. Stolen money.
But when you come in and I'm being attacked every day and it never got to the music, it's like, what was this all about? And none of the things that happened until we started filming.
This is the crazy part. She was pissed. Her and Timmy was already beefed out before filming started because of the show that happened, where there was like on the trailer. She's like, well, the show never happened. This didn't happen. That didn't happen. Blah, 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 blah. Y'all did do one show. However, all your scenes that you filmed where you have a stink-ass attitude It was you not wanting to communicate with your group. Kandi was asking your opinion on the set list. I don't know. You didn't want to cooperate. So it's like I feel like she didn't watch the show. She couldn't have. She could not have watched the show and seen what we seen. Because, ma'am, you're ignoring and avoiding all your own scenes that show you not trying to do shit with your group.
Craziness. So it's like, was it set up? What do we do this for? So now, you have families who have to heal.
I was gonna say, because this is your sister in real life. Like, we're enjoying you because of the music, but y'all got the same mama.
Yeah.
Like, how has this affected? And just to break it down for those, I think people who are aware of the whole $30,000 situation of you getting her money, she didn't get her money. I know you talked about it before, but just for the people in Chicago who just didn't hear that explanation, what is your side to that story? Because she claims money went to you and I believe your husband, $30,000.
I didn't take anything from my sister. I would never steal from her. Like,
I didn't take anything from my sister. But did your husband? She really never says we didn't. She don't. If you listen to what she say, she's not saying me and Rocky, me and my husband did not blah 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 blah. Since the show was aired, she never says me and Rocky. She only says me. I didn't do it.
Like I said before, a lot of the things that I saw was when it started to film. I never heard of this. Me and my sister been together all this time. We've done shows, made millions of dollars together. When the cameras come on, this is what happens. And so we still haven't got clarity. When somebody accuses you of anything, why aren't you talking to me?
No, ma'am. Sorry, y'all was yawning. No, ma'am. If someone accused me of stealing, you don't have to worry about you talking to me. You have to worry about me talking to you. Because I'm going to ask you, what the fuck you mean? Anyone who was okay and accepts someone accusing them of stealing money, and they are okay with them not questioning the accusation, is crazy to me. To me, she's never tried to defend herself or defend her innocence. Never. She just keeps saying, I didn't know about nothing. I did not know about anything. She ain't told me nothing. But she has it. The only defense is you can't put a check in somebody else's account. We know that. We know that's a lie. Okay. The only defense they've had was you can't put money in someone, and that's not true. So, girl, you can't keep saying, well, because she accused me, but she hasn't told me nothing, so it must not be true. No, ma'am, you may not be telling the truth.
Yeah. Why are you saying things to other people? Why are you talking to people who have nothing to do with nothing? So is this for television? Because I've heard her tell people that, when the show is over, it's going to be done. No, because you now have created.
Ma'am, she put out receipts. Girl.
Do you want me to bring the receipts? Do I need to bring the receipts?
No.
She literally put out receipts with checks with your husband's name on it and the change address paperwork from the damn place. Girl, bye.
Created a situation that I have to go and do what I'm doing now.
Right.
I didn't do anything.
It's animosity.
So, and I get it. People always talk about ratings and, I love watching, the drama. But at the end of the day, for what?
Right.
Like, and I understand sometimes the truth doesn't, nobody wants to hear the truth when the lie's more entertaining.
And no one wants to stop lying when they can just keep lying.
So, entertain. That's not, my soul is not for sale. That's all I can say.
Wow.
It's not.
Not my soul, not for sale. Is your sister sold her soul? Okay.
Before you get out here, I want to ask you this question. And listening to you talk, and you talked about your husband and everything, how it gets involved. So Monique has that kind of relationship with her husband where, do you think when people see you all on a unified front, it's kind of intimidating? Where, like, when you say, because, like, with my wife, I've had promoters call me to do a comedy show, and my wife is sitting right there and be like, you want to talk business? I say, well, whatever you telling me.
Tell her.
I mean, you gonna end up giving her a check anyway. I just work for them.
Oh, wow. I love it.
So what I'm saying is, do you think that's intimidating to little people when they might not necessarily have that dynamic in their household, and you all on a unified front and be like, whatever you got to say, you can say in front of him, and whatever you got to say to him, you can say in front of me?
Look. Do Tasha and Rocky have a unified front? Or do they both want to avoid jail, so they both have to say the same thing? Let me know.
This ain't stealing. This ain't stealing.
Because we do this together.
That could be intimidating, but when you are confident in your relationship and confident in yourself, it shouldn't be. But so many times I found that is true.
Yeah.
You know, even with me saying I have ownership, that's because my husband actually had the conversation with me. What you want?
Right.
What we doing? And he's actually walking in.
The words make a difference. Always with words. It's not I, it's not you. It's like,
that's
what
right.
are we doing?
And that's why when they see us, we are a unified front. And I'm never gonna apologize for that because he's been with me during the roughest times. I mean, we've actually been homeless together. So when you see that type of relationship and you see that type of bond, people don't respect it, and some people celebrate it. Some people don't. But I'm cool with it because I know what we have.
Together. 2 line people together.
End of the day, so
and
kudos to you for saying you bring your checks home to your wife. That's all.
Well, I don't have no choice. She knows the passwords and everything. She can smell it. You have to show that they get it. Come on, how much was it? It was only $1,500. You a lie? Come on. Then my daughters are standing there. Come on, Dad, you lying.
Because you've mentioned 30 years in the game, and I feel like, so you've been on all transitions. Like when you first started, it was all about music and talent. It wasn't about social media. It wasn't about what you ate today, who you talking to. It wasn't about your personal life. You just had to be talented. But now, what you have is a talent, girl. We saw you woke up early in the morning just saying like it was nothing. But now we have a situation where personal life is involved. And this is tough because your husband's actually here, but you know the conversation that you alluded to online about having an open marriage. And then a lot of people were wanting to get further details. And I hate that you even have to talk about it, but when you go on social media and when you say that, people now dive in. So just for like clarity, is it an open marriage? Can your husband be with another woman and tell you first? Or is it not that? And I know it's tough, he's in the room. So
it's not tough. Okay. I mean, we talk about everything. That's the strength of our relationship because we communicate, and that's what I was trying to get to. If you notice, I was very emotional during that time.
Right.
It was a lot going on. My sister and I were trying to heal. My mother was calling. So I had a moment. Nobody was around me, and I went to social media and I said my feelings. And I kind of got choked up with words, and I did say those things, but that's not what it was. We have open communication, and it's in the privacy of our bedroom.
Okay.
So that means each time you stole something, he told you. Because if y'all have open communication, that means when he does something, he tells you and you know. So I just need you to stop doing interviews. Because each time you do, you connect yourself more to whatever he did. Because you can't say ever, well, I didn't know. You can't say in one breath, I had no idea about this or the other. And in the next breath, in the next interview, say, we have open communication. We talk about everything. Which one is it? Which one is it? Because ain't no way me and my husband with open communication, I did not know he signed checks and put them in the accounts. And I didn't know because you said y'all discussed everything. So you're not innocent.
So people did get it misconstrued, but at the end of the day, I don't care anymore with people. I'm tired of trying to explain to people because y'all gonna take what y'all want anyway.
Right.
But we know what we have, and I'm cool on that.
I appreciate.
And I'm like, the fact that that's also their way, because the whole thing about him and Unique is the whole thing too, him and the Mitchells or whatever. So the fact that she's now not saying, they have an open marriage. Okay, so what about him and the mistresses? I'm just trying to figure it out.
You asking all these tough questions. I was like, Lord. but I would just also say, I'm happy I'm talking to you because I understand this solo moment, how it's so important is to you. For me as an Escape fan, of course I want to see y'all all together, but I believe y'all all will still come back together.
Lies. Ain't anybody who would say to somebody, yes, work with people who you don't trust. That's some bullshit.
To me, it's like the Bobby Brown moment. Like, I gotta go and I gotta do this for me. But just like we saw a New Edition a couple weeks ago, all together, it's gonna make better music, better moments. I do see y'all escape off.
I don't think Bobby took Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, Mike, and John. I don't think Bobby took their money. I think Bobby left and went solo, and now. And people need to stop conflating someone really wanting to just go solo and doing that and doing whatever versus Tasha using Escape to promote herself and then being a mean bitch to them to blame them when she tries to go solo. And then when the solo doesn't work, she wants to blame them for why it don't work. In my opinion, she's now trying to blame Mona and them for why her solo career probably won't work. Because if I can say, well, Mona and them on the show got me looking some kind of way. Kandi got me looking some kind of way. My sister Lion got me looking some kind of way. They ruined my solo career. trying to compare New Edition, who has been back together longer now than when they first came out as kids. And everybody in New Edition went solo. BBD had a solo career as a group. Ralph, Johnny, and Bobby had solo careers. Hell, Johnny Gill was once in a whole other group, LSG. Was it LSG? Was that him? Was Johnny Gill LSG? Yes, he was. My point is, New Edition went and did solo careers, and it had nothing to do with trying to use anybody else to do anything. They took their talents elsewhere and did what they had to do. Tasha keeps using excuses to why she is not successful as a solo artist, because the years in between Escape breaking up and getting back together, she didn't do shit. And New Edition has always been working either solo or collectively or in separate groups. So New Edition ain't shit like Escape, and vice versa. Escape is just Escape, where Tasha is consistently bitching about something.
Or y'all back on stage.
But can I add this though?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I've championed everybody's success. When Tiny did her EP, I was right there, front and center. My sister did her EP. I was not included in any of that. Kandi did her music. This is my first time actually getting ready to do something on my own, and it feels good from a perspective of a woman being empowered. You know what I mean? And then at the same time, I will never leave the group. That's not what it's about. I'm just doing me for now. That's it.
So you're not gonna show up tonight?
I mean,
Awesome, like wrestling, like you just come out, you come out in this reunion like WWE.
You in Chicago?
That would be so dope, because I'm going to the show.
Okay, that's good.
And I would love to see, like, ladies and gentlemen, Miss Latocha Scot. And then you come out.
No, we don't need her there. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. And I feel like y'all, this is the kicker. Escape Promotion has not shown Tasha in shit. Everyone is aware Tasha won't be there. Everyone is aware. Doubt the whole interview. Everyone is fully aware she will not be there. I don't understand why she round here wanting to blame Kandi, wanting to blame Mona Scott, wanting to blame everyone except her. Okay. Now, after the interview was put out and made to the blogs of Tasha blaming Mona Scott, saying how Mona Scott was around here, ruining shit. Okay. Tami and Funky Dineva responded in the comment section. And I'm like, I like them. They my friend, not my friends. I'm saying I wanted to show what they had said, because I felt like what they said mattered. Okay. Now Tami comments that at some point you have to step back and say. And these are things I think everyone at one point or the other have told Tasha she should say versus what she be saying. Because Tami said you should say these things. One, I'm sorry. Because that's the one thing Tasha never said. She's never really said, I'm sorry. And the one time she did say it, she deleted that shit and ain't said it again since. Two, my sister didn't know about the checks. I was in a tight. My husband set up a hustle, and I didn't oppose. Because that's what it seemed like happened. Okay? I can make payments to pay you back. Number 4, I really don't like Kandi, and she don't care for me either. And that's okay. Again, it's okay if Kandi and Tasha don't like each other. It's fine. Okay? But we made history together, and I'm professional enough to make this bread now. That's called being professional. Everybody can't do that. Okay? Number 5, I did the show to use as a platform for my solo project. I've seen Love and Hip Hop. I knew what time it was. Because anybody going into a Mona Scott production know what it is. And if you watch the show, Tasha fully tried to use the show to promote her solo project. The thing she didn't count on was no one giving a fuck. And because no one cared, and I'm not going to say no one, because a lot of people did not care. Some did, a lot did not. My point is, she assumed, wrong by the way, people would want to hear her voice over seeing her for the messy bitch she is. And I mean bitch respectfully. Number 6, my husband cheated and I'm going to stick beside him. Because again, that's what it is. We see Rocky be cheating and she don't care. Leave it at that. Okay. God blessed me with escapes. I'm going to honor that journey. A compromise for me is I won't sing on the overly sexualized song, but I can do Who Can I Run To? Number 8, my gospel album title is Let He Without Sin Catch the First Stone. And number 9, I'm going to stop doing interviews because each time she do one, it gets worse and worse and worse. Each time it gets worse because she digs her fingers deeper and deeper in the bullshit. Okay, now Funky Dineva also commented and said how nothing is her fault because we all point out how much Tasha never takes accountability for anything. No one feels like she has to say that she is 100% to blame, but she don't take any ownership in nothing. Okay, Mona and them ain't even know about. I have to read how you wrote it. Mona and them ain't even know you stole that money until you got into the system. Mona and them ain't make Rocky take kickbacks. Mona and them ain't make you get a gospel deal behind the girl's back, then start acting distant. That's distant. Mona and them simply highlighting your mess. Tasha is mad because she exposed. And that's the truth. Tasha is mad because people see her and Rocky for who and what they are. That's what's mad. She's exposed now. Okay, and based on what we've seen of her family dynamics, she's used to people covering for her and upholding her in the wrong. Stop doing interviews if you're not healed enough to give people the real. And look at Dustin said again, zero accountability because she doesn't acknowledge nothing. Like nothing. And she do the interviews because, in my opinion, she know it'll get picked up by the blogs and will be pissed. And blaming Mona brings in people who Mona worked with. And while we all know Mona will never really fully do a inspirational 100% non-messy show, she just won't. Because Mona's production aura is record everything and we'll make it juicy. Record everything and we're going to include all the fights. Record everything because people like mess. However, I don't ever feel like Mona forces people to be messy. I think Mona knows people have mess in them. And when they show it, you acted that way. You acted that way. The fact that in the confession, they was asking her stuff and she was still kind of just act like we was crazy. Like we didn't see what we were seeing. And I like the fact that both Tami gave a bullet by bullet point on what she should be doing. And again, the last thing everybody kept saying was stop doing interviews. Or if you do, know how to have them and say, hey, I'm not going to be negative on Kandi or my group or my sisters. But each time she do an interview, it's always a different form of shade towards everybody and defense of herself and Rocky. Because Tasha and Rocky are very much on self-protection mode. Because no one believes them now. They're only because they're not getting paid for these interviews. It's crazy. Okay. Now, lastly, Bishop Robbery. Lord Jesus. I was at work minding my business. Okay. And I was getting DMs. Of course, a couple people sent me stuff, including Tracy, because Bishop Robbery and that church is no more. Okay. Now we know that church he was at, current, not the Baby Shower Cathedral. No, not the baby. No, he ain't there no more. But that little church that man was at, that he took from the people. Well, when people said we want our church back. Okay. Now I got this from, let me go to find out what her name was. I want to give this lady credit because she said, give me some credit. And I said, girl, no problem. What's her name? Oh, Jesus, what's her name? Pam Esquire. Okay. So Pam Esquire has been covering Bishop Robbery way more than me. I mean, I was like, girl, I ain't got that much time. But she's following like the court case stuff. You know, everything that he doing is like I just do reviews of his foolishness. Okay. I'm not a lawyer, so I don't be having time, you know, to be really trying to find this and that or whatever. That's on her. But she was on live. Now she had the people from the church on her live streaming, because that church that he took illegally, you know. Now, I want to be honest. I don't know what the fuck is going on verbatim, because it's so weird. Now, we knew the church. Let's see if he has it on his page. I want to at least show y'all the church, if I can find it. Let's not share his page. But again, it can't. Again, I want to give again Pam Esquire on YouTube. That's the lady name. So nobody can say I did not credit her for where I got the footage from. Boom. That church he got.
Sorry, I'm still not sure about that.
I ain't talking to you, Siri. Be quiet.
Play which?
I ain't serious up here jumping in my conversation. I ain't talking to her. This church, y'all, right here, that he be at. Okay. Did he cut his comments off? Girl, that man cut his comments off. Girl. Let me see. Oh no, this or that one is off. But this is the church, you know, that he was at, that he got, right? That's a church where the church, some kind of way, was like lost. You know what I'm saying? He acquired the church like late last year. It was a building, okay? And he allegedly had illegally evicted the people. And I think it's because they kept on saying how the church either was lost through the foreclosure or bankruptcy or whatever. And some kind of way a trustee allows Bishop Robbery to get the church. You know. Now, he then tried to file for bankruptcy himself of the church, trying to, I guess, stall folk from getting the church back. But the bankruptcy courts was like, nah, because the church themselves filed to dismiss the charges of the bankruptcy. But again, all trying to prevent him from taking the church over fully. So I don't know who fully owns the church now. I don't know. What I do know is the church is called the Church of God in Christ. No, the Glory of God Church. Won a little bit because they got the courts to not allow him to file the church in bankruptcy. to where he could have gotten the church. So today, the church folk went down there and was like, we got our church back. They had a locks, and I'm gonna mute because it was a lot of chaos. Because again, Pam Esquire was on live. Somebody who was at the church joined her live, showing what was happening at the church. So you hear the people at the church talking, you hear Pam talking, and then Pam had a guy up there with her, and then also really be TV with it too. So a lot of stuff was being said. Okay, now it was a long live, a lot of stuff. I didn't take all that stuff, but that's him outside the church. I'm gonna mute it. Now that's him in the blue. But they're trying to, because he had locked the church up. You hear me? The church was locked up. And the church folk came with a locksmith. I mean, getting it. Okay.
Got that much sealed,
because he's over there and he won't unlock it. But because they had the court order thing that had declared the bankruptcy dismissed, meaning the church people could take their church back, but had to get in there. And that all happened earlier today. And the people at the church was live with Pam. But Pam said, that man right there, that's the man whose church it is. Okay. It's time to get in there. Now, Bishop Robbery is over there, but would not unlock the doors. So again, and I had to put it on fast forward too, because Pam was live for like over 2 hours. And a lot of it was them standing around talking. So I did not get the full thing, whatever, but I got enough. Again, that's him right there. In the blue with the white and a mask. Trying to hide himself so we can't see who it is. And I was like, hey, Bishop. Hey, Robbery, Bishop Robbery. Again, he did not want to be seen, so he's kind of incognito. And I'm like, So at first he wasn't saying anything, whatever, standing around. But I'm like, he has the key. But they still had to have the locksmith not only get in the hold up of the gate, but had to get into the doors too. I was just like, Lord, Jesus. He not saying nothing.
I don't know, who is that?
Now, as soon as the door opened up, he want to get in there. Now, they kept saying that whoever was like in the church could like it was mad. So
Nobody can go here.
now the person recording, I believe, is the pastor's daughter. And she was pissed. The man in the gray vest in the plaid shirt is the pastor who church it was, who is getting it back. It was too many voices, so that's why I took my voices, because nobody was really talking. Like, you didn't hear much talking at all throughout this whole thing, but you can see the condition of the building. You see him trying to hide himself. Okay. I had to put slow motion to show, no, that's him. And he was trying to hide his face. Again, hoodie, hat, mask. We ain't never seen him in a mask. Never. Now, I also feel like it's because it was not ever enough people for him to need one. Okay. But still, he around now. That's him. That's him. You can't hide from me. We know them eyes. We know them eyes, sir. Boom. Oh, who's that? To creative. I was going up there. The trustee that owns the building was going to sell it to him, but he never paid a dime and illegally evicted them, so they have been in court. It's been a whole thing, and that is what Pam had been reviewing, all the different court dates. I don't have time for that. I just don't. I'm trying, but I'm like, we shall see. But I knew it was something going on. I just did not know what it was. Okay, but if he ain't paid no money, then that's on him. Okay, he on here stealing, robbery of people.
Look down the whole building.
Now we have never really seen the inside of the church, besides the only part he showed when he does his Sunday service. That's all. So we've never seen all this other shit.
Wow.
So when they was walking in at first, they were saying how he's broken down things, meaning since he's been in there, he's like done construction to the building. And so they're saying, wow, they can't believe what he's done since he took ownership illegally of the house.
Like, come on, bro. Wow.
So yeah, we've only seen like just the front part of it, not all the other rooms.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord.
And that the one voice you're hearing is the pastor's daughter. But because it's a lot of talking, it was, again, Pam was live for almost 2 hours, so I had to put on speed up space because it was too much. It was too much.
Thank you, Jesus. Yes, we give him all the praise. All about instruments. Wow, piano. Wow. Oh, let's start removing these chair covers too, because the underneath it is our chairs.
So if y'all recall, when he first got that church, those chairs they had like the burgundy seats. He went and got black chair covers to cover them up, as if he paid for new chairs when he only bought a whole bunch of chair covers. Because they're saying when he took the church, all the stuff they had there, he took it. All the equipment, all the furniture, he took it.
Oh, and even these chairs are ours.
So a couple of police are there. It's going to be very loud. A lot of folks are talking. A lot of people came in. Bishop Robbery is there. The other pastor is there. The pastor's daughter is there. It's a couple of cops there. It's a whole lot going on.
Right. I bet that.
Okay.
I bet that. I bet that.
Can you stop doing because he's in my father's face, so I'm scared for his life.
I made this part not be sped up to hear their voices because it was a little bit, cool, but I'm like, Lord Jesus.
And no, it needs to be on record. It needs to be on record.
Why are you getting tough?
Because he's yelling in his face.
So look, you see how they move?
That's our chairs. Look, that's our chairs.
It's our chairs, though. It's our chairs. So name one thing in here that you own then. Name one thing that you own. You can take your chair.
No, that's okay. No talking. All right. Let him talk.
So Pastor Man was like, no, because it's a few cops. It's a lot going on. The Pastor Man is like, no, let him talk. Don't fuss with him. Whatever. His daughter and whoever else is saying, he don't own shit in here. The only thing he brought in was that big ass golden chair. Everything else is ours.
Yeah, we're gonna have night vigil here together. Yeah, we'll see.
I'm telling you that now. Don't touch nothing. Touch anything you want.
What you talking about?
What you talking? Yo, I wish you would.
Touch.
I wish you.
And what you gonna do about it?
Why are you gonna fight the lady? Again, he is not a man of God. Because why are you fussing with these females? For what? And we also know when he got that building, all that stuff was already there. He was at the baby shower cathedral. He was at the baby shower cathedral. He then got that space and just moved in with the stuff that was already there. He brought that big ass throne chair from the Baby Shower Cathedral and his podium. Everything else was already in there because he ain't owned shit else. Because he was renting the Baby Shower Cathedral before that. And then in the meantime, he was at the house going live from the house. So the fact he's trying to make it seem as if he moved stuff in there, sir, you ain't moved nothing in there. What are you doing? You don't own that stuff. And so the daughter is saying, this ain't his stuff. That throne is his, but that's it. Just that throne. Everything else is our stuff. He didn't bring nothing here. He didn't have nothing here at all. Take that throne chair, take that baby shower throne chair and get out.
Exactly. Let him leave. Leave him. So they not
Do you want the cops to send us out? What's wrong with you? No, you told me. When I'm talking to you, you don't listen.
Why is he in this church? I'm confused.
I want him to name one thing he owns in here. He can't name one thing. He can take that ugly chair that he put on the altar. That's the only thing I think that he owns. We wouldn't buy something that looks like that.
Now, there are a lot of people in there. I fully agree. I feel like because of all the back and forth, because of them not trusting him, because of them not knowing what he's up to, I think they all showed up trying to be sure they were there in numbers. I don't know why the cops were not trying to calm things down a bit more. It was very chaotic. And it lasted like at least an hour. Because Pam was live for 2 hours. There was breaks in between, but it was at least an hour of this shit. I got like 15 minutes of it because it was too much.
I'm not in his face. His face is over there.
Come back.
I'm not in his face.
I said come back. I can't talk to you.
It's okay.
Please.
Tell him don't touch none of my.
Please.
Not touch none of my stuff back.
With stuff. He can't name one thing he bought in here. Name one thing.
Don't respond to him. Okay. Don't respond to him.
Okay.
They lost in Supreme Court, they lost in Federal Court, they lost everywhere. So why are you worried?
Yes, amen. God is on the job. Yes.
So the daddy is like, don't argue with him. Stop. They're saying, but we're supposed to take pictures and video and show what he did while we were not here. Because he's had this building for like 4 or 5 months. And because we've seen him be real slick and slimy, I do think they said, come, we're going to show up in numbers. A whole bunch of us is going to show up.
God is here.
My office is empty.
And they're all recording. But this one person was live on Pam Esquire's live. Now go to her channel to fully watch them standing around and stuff. Because I'm like, I would have been left.
Yeah, we even need to break that lock next.
Now, y'all know that gold is they finna walk through the back of it and show you what he's done to the back of the church. What we ain't seen, but they gonna show it.
Wow. He broke down the office. Whoa, he broke down the whole office. Look at wow. Yeah, this was the finance room. Everything gone.
Everything.
The office. Look at the office. Everything.
Everything, walls taken down.
Wow.
Walls broken down.
The office, everything broken down.
Look at the cameras.
Wow.
The camera, he got the box from the wow.
He got the box.
He got the box because he broke everything down. They took the original box of everything, all the cameras, all the evidence, the bathroom. Wow. Wow. I can't even see. I don't even know what's back here. I'm scared. I'm not gonna lie.
The back, wow.
Everything you broke up, boy. Look.
Wow. The office, everything broken down. Whitehead's in the building with him. And the police are saying that we're both permitted to be in here, even though we have a court order and he does not.
So again, it's a whole bunch of people there. Also, there are news crews there, like cameramen are there. It seems Bishop was there by himself. You know, we didn't see anyone like there with him per se. And the police are just like making sure no one's like fighting. But the police were not making either of them leave. The police were not making the church people leave, and they were not making Bishop Robbery leave either. But they're walking through the building, seeing what's been done since they was last in there.
Wow. He broke down the whole building. Everything. Did you? They need to call their supervisor, because I don't understand why both of them can be in the building and you don't belong there. That doesn't even make sense. And then he's saying that we can't touch the chairs and take off the covers, even though underneath it, as you can see, this is our chairs.
So when he first showed us that church, those were the chairs they were sitting in. He went and bought seat covers to cover up the people's chairs.
One of the chair covers have been taken off. All of the chairs with the black covers on it, they look exactly like this, which is what we had here before. I'm going to go over to the media section now. Okay. That's the daughter. Mm-hmm. Our computers, our sound system board, everything. All of this stuff, ours. All of this stuff, ours. And this is what he's been using to control the TV screens.
Have you guys requested a supervisor to come?
Well, he has to move. He moved this because he knows he can't get into the computers that were there before. I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you said.
I was asking, have you guys?
The daughter was speaking to Pam Esquire, who was on her live with this.
Requested a supervisor to come on scene.
We did, and they're all saying the same thing, that we're both permitted to be in the building. Based on what? I don't understand how we're both permitted.
If one has a court order and the other one doesn't.
Exactly. He hasn't come with any documents. And then he's saying that we can't take any of the stuff off the chairs, we can't touch anything, and they're saying that it's gonna be rowdy, it's chaos, and I don't understand. Yeah. That's how you know he a coward. Everybody in the chat who's in New York, y'all need to call the news to come. Yes. Yeah, his hair. I think they're recording like the damages and stuff.
So there are news crews walking the building, recording stuff to put it on the news later on.
Is that him with the white coat on?
Yeah, that's him in the white and the blue hoodie. That's him. This is him right here. What is that? What is that? You look at him. No one's threatening you. He just moved over here. I was in the back up. This is all gone. This is all gone.
This is offer up. We put all our stuff in offer up. I saw my church in offer up. We put all the chairs, all the pastor stuff in offer up.
These cops like, well, how the fuck did we get into this? Why are we on this? What is we doing? What is going on? Because it's just chaos.
Who he talking to?
The whole time Bishop was around there, I feel like the cops don't know what's going on. I feel like the cops think everybody crazy. I feel like the cops don't want to get involved. And I don't know why.
Mayor, because this needs to be exposed, because this is
yeah, I believe the media is here. I don't know. I think they're over there recording, right? I think the media came. Yeah, I think they might be over there recording the way he broke. Yeah, because I think pretrial services probably need to see this too.
Yes.
Because at one point, a part that I did not record, the father, the pastor, was like being interviewed by the news about what was going on. And they were interviewing him in the back where all the construction had happened, that he had tore stuff down. And he was saying how we have to rebuild all this for what he knocked down. Now, Bishop Robbery just sitting down there for nothing because he don't want to leave. I think he know once he leave, he probably won't be able to get back in because they're gonna have a locksmith change the locks. At least I would have.
Like, he didn't even let me pose. He didn't let me pose.
The commissioner is asking what officers are on the scene. What officers are on the scene? Do you know their names?
Barrios. This is Gazzoli. Sorry,
Can you spell it?
And what's their badge number?
Sergeant Galati, Pitana. But they were helpful. You guys were helpful. I can give you that. They were very helpful.
No person.
Somebody's a little upset.
He said he's not moving. He said, hell no, we don't.
Well, that means he's gonna have a terror.
Again, he's sitting there by himself. Don't have nobody else with him. He doesn't want to leave. And I think the police are trying to keep everybody from fighting because there's so many groups.
I got my wife. The police are come fix you with the fire.
I'm sorry.
I understand that. Will it be sound right now? Sound right now? Yeah, please just do.
Yeah, I also want to quickly say something. These shit, you can see underneath is burgundy. All those instruments, everything, they're ours. So he's saying that we're touching his stuff, but he's lying.
One, I am recording.
Yeah,
I'm recording.
No, yeah.
If he's gonna try to talk, can you just allow him to talk?
No, of course. I just want to let you know.
I'm recording.
Yeah, that's good.
So he kept asking to talk to the cop in the white shirt. Well, I think it was like I don't know who she was, but they were like, no one can take anything. And he like, but I don't want anyone touching my stuff. And they like, but none of this is his stuff. Like, it isn't his. His stuff is that goddamn throne. That's it. I think the cops knew Bishop Robbery on some bullshit. Okay.
The kids' room. This was the kids' room.
This is the kids' room. Huh?
I told him no press in here. I asked him for no press in here.
Why not? Why not?
Why you don't want the press to see?
What do you mean?
Why can't the press see?
No, I won't.
He's saying that he doesn't want press in the building.
Destroy everything. Look at all our chairs. Our chairs is inside the church. Look at.
I was saying. So, y'all ready? Y'all ready for the interview? Y'all ready?
I'm not finished. I'm not finished.
Ready for the interview?
We're not finished.
Please.
So the part I cut out because there was too much noise going on was, the pastor who was being interviewed by the news people. Now, Bishop Robbery is saying, oh, y'all ready for me? Y'all ready for me? Because now he wants to be, because it's going to be on the news in New York. I don't live in New York. Can't be on the news. But he on some bullshit.
Yeah, we're ready.
I'm not finished. I need to move back. Please, can you stop this guy?
Y'all ready for the interview?
No, not yet. We've not finished.
Talk to me first.
Y'all ready?
Right. Talk to me first. No, I'm not going to do that. But the pastor of the church, like, no, talk to me first. Kim.
Whenever you're ready to talk to a liar. Destruction? I thought you didn't want the media in here.
Look at y'all bishop. Look at y'all bishop. Round here stuck. Where are your lawyers? Where are your people? The fact that he down there by himself, one, show he's a bit crazy. It also show he wants to be on camera. And also it show sometimes when he don't think things will be on camera, he dressed regular. He's in a regular hoodie, a regular coat, a regular pair of jogging pants, ain't not nan liquor jewelry or expensive shit on him at all. Meaning when he don't think he gonna be seen, he look regular. When he think he gonna be on camera, when he think it's gonna be something, let me get real fresh.
Let's do it. I want to do it outside.
No, we do it here.
We're doing everything here.
I
Yeah.
don't want no interruption.
No, we're gonna be here.
Let's go.
Let me hear your lights.
Let's hear the lights.
And he was like, oh, let's do it outside. He don't want them doing it inside. That shows all the construction that's done in there. And they like, no, let's do it in here because they can show what it looked like. Because all we ever seen was a nice, neat hall. Because I don't call it a church. I don't think it's a building. But what it looked like is like, oh, you around here messing stuff up. No, let's do it inside.
Let's give it to right here. Look, right here.
We are the owners.
Right, Thais.
Yeah, where's the paperwork? We don't have no paperwork to send. We can't find the paperwork. Not today, Greasy.
Yo, attorney ain't got no paperwork.
Him nor his attorney have paperwork.
Is that what he's alleging?
That's what he's saying.
Well, your attorney's not.
And he up there trying to reason with the cops, hoping they will allow him to take stuff out, and they just would not. Yeah, White Shirt is in charge. And he keeps trying to get her to let him do stuff. And she like, I can't do shit for you. I can't do shit for you. And I'm gonna go to Pam's thing. Because again, they was live for a long time. And a lot of it was just them watching him walk around, but they did take the covers off the chair because he had put the covers on it. That's Pam right there, y'all. So that was the first time that she was on the live. When she came back on it, I want to show when she went back on it because they had took the covers off. They then had started singing. I mean, fully praising in the name and singing. And I was like, oh, they a real church. They are a whole church. And the whole time, Bishop Robbery, as you see, he's sitting right there in the corner. You see the little blue man in the corner? And you see the white, his white coat and the blue. He sat there the whole time in the corner and just did not leave. He eventually had went out to, I think, his car, but they was just,
oh, glorious God,
just singing in there praising God, because ain't nobody got time for Bishop Robbery's foolishness. So I'm telling you, it was a long time of them down there. And, just them in the church and him around there not leaving. And I was like, now I'm surprised he didn't go live at all or post anything at all because he was down there the whole time. I don't even know if he realized that people were on live at that point in time. I don't think he realized that, the people recording at the time were on an actual live recording him. And, it was out in the streets. Okay, that we knew was going on. And I'm pretty sure he's going to discuss it soon because I feel like this Sunday he's not going to be able to be at the, the cathedral. And so now he's on bullshit. They did not show him leaving because the person who was recording, like, phone cut off. And then when Pam was like, well, I'll keep calling a couple of contacts I have, but the people she kept calling wasn't answering. So we don't know what happened, but he left because I did see him on his IG page, but he wasn't talking about nothing that happened there. So I don't know if he know, because to my knowledge, Pam was the only one who was live with the feed. So I don't know if he know that. You know what I'm saying? But it hasn't been on any blogs. It hasn't been on the news in New York yet. So he may think he can get ahead of it, because he don't realize, well, people on YouTube knew. Okay. And he be trying, it's mine. I own it, is why he tried to say. But I'm like, nah, the court said, nah, bro. No. So I'm sure this story will expand to more. I will try to keep an eye out for it. But Bishop Robbery has all kinds of foolishness around here. Okay? Just foolishness. Okay? Anyway, y'all, we're done. That was the last story. I hope everybody had a good time. We had a long conversation. I miss y'all. I have been gone since last week, Tuesday. So yeah, I miss y'all. Okay, so look, I hope y'all have already subscribed to my channel, that y'all have already liked the video, that y'all will also follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner on IG, also on Twitter. Okay, but again, subscribe to my channel, like the video, share the video, because a good time was had by all. Okay, I want everyone to have a good night. Okay, have a really, really good night. I love you all. I will try to come back tomorrow with something. I don't know what, but something. Okay, anyway, gotta go. I love you all. Bye.